everybody. Today we're going to have the first tasting of my base porter with Crystal 40 and Chocolate Malt. Now I did do a darker malt preview or overview, if you want to call it, of the different kind of malts that I'm going to use in these porters. So I will link a card up here if you want to go check that out. That'll explain a little bit more of what I'm doing and where we're going with this. Now I did just get done doing the 60L version, which will be linked up here too if you want to go check that out. I will be doing a side-by-side of the 40 version and the 60 version after I get done with this. So make sure you hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to see those videos or get notified when they come out. So as I said, this is my base porter 40L chocolate. This is a small batch, 1.25 gallons going into the carboy. 2 pounds, 4 ounces of Pale Malt, 3.2 ounces of Crystal 40L, 3.2 ounces of Chocolate Malt. Now that Chocolate Malt and the 40L, the Crystal 40, is used at a 7.5% each of them of the grain bill. So the base malt, the Pale Malt, is 84.9%. This is a small batch, 1.25 gallons going into carboy. That's why those percents are like that. We might have to adjust some of that. Maybe a Pale Malt isn't the right thing to use. I am going to make it with 2-row, then maybe 6-row, and Maris Otter, and all this stuff. So for the hops on this one, I chose Fuggles. We will play around with the hops, but our boil 0.35 ounces of Fuggles at 60, 0.15 ounces of Fuggles at flame out. Alpha acid on my Fuggles was 4.3%. Per Beersmith, IBUs come to 29.7 on this. Post-boil gravity was 1058, which is the same as the Crystal 60. This one was bottled on 1218, 8.85 bricks, and it's 4.81% ABV, a little bit higher than the 60L version. So let's go ahead and get this open and see what we get. 22-ounce bottle, 7 small carbonation tablets. Good hiss that time, good smoke. I'm guessing this is going to be a little bit lighter. I like the head that's coming though. We'll stop right there. Light chocolate colored head on there, mostly small bubbles, some medium. From that pour, about 1.5 fingers of head. Bubbles on the side are compact like dish soap. Oh, Dirty Glass Mafia. Bubbles are clinging to the side. I'd say that's black again. This looks like there is a darker amber hue at the very bottom. This is concaved. But yeah, that Chocolate Malt per Beersmith on my page, I don't remember what the bag was, but the SRM is 430. So that's going to take over if you use Crystal 40 or Crystal 60 or 80 or 100. That darker malt is going to take over. So let's go ahead and smell. I can say a little less sweetness in this one. I get a touch of coffee, a little roasted malt, a little chocolate, and that is about it. Yeah, this one, we'll see in the side-by-side, but the sweetness, now this is a touch higher in ABV. It uses a lower roasted crystal malt. So you might not get as much sweetness out of it. The 60L, with it not attenuating all the way, is going to leave a little bit more sweetness, and I think that's what it is, because Beersmith called for this one to be 5.4% ABV too. So both of them were the same percent. It's just the color. The actual SRM is a little bit different, and we'll go over that in the side-by-side. But Yeah, so they hit the same AB or the same post boil gravity. So the only thing that's different is the Crystal 40 and the final ABV. Let's go ahead and taste it. Definitely lighter. Lighter body. I would say in between light and medium, this is like right in the middle where the 60 was closer to medium. I do get more roasted malt. More roasted malt, a touch of coffee and chocolate, but that kind of I almost want to say like a biscuit roasted malt. And I'm guessing that's from the 40L. Yeah, this one's smooth. Like I said, lighter. That roasted malt really goes through everything. The bitterness, the perceived bitterness is probably around 20. I think my brain's just thinking because of that roasted malt, okay, here comes that bitterness, and you're just not getting it. It's just nice, smooth, goes down, roasted malt in the aftertaste. You could say a little mix of chocolate and coffee, but definitely after tasting that 60, it's nothing like this. So just changing that up has really changed this beer. I'm sure the ABV, I mean, we're not too far off. 4.69 to 481. But you can definitely taste it. You can definitely taste it and smell the difference. Like it's almost night and day in the smell and the taste. I'm gonna, yeah, definitely have to check the other ones. Now, I do have the 40 and the 60 pale chocolate malt done and the rye's done. I believe both of the ryes. And I just did a wheat, the chocolate wheat. So we'll definitely be able to see as we go along, and we'll do side by sides of all of them once I get them rolling out. Yeah, definitely. This is like almost like a starter porter for somebody just getting into it. Maybe they like coffee and they don't want to try a big porter or something like that. Yeah, that roasted malt really sticks out. Huh. Going into this, I was expecting this to be hard. Like it was almost going to be identical. But this beer is nothing like that 60. And this is also using the USO5 yeast. So pretty neutral, clean yeast. Yeah, even as I'm sitting here talking, that roasted malt is just there. Again, you could say a little chocolate, a little coffee, but for the most part, it's a good base, I think. So we'll have to play around with that. If you made any porters like this, leave a comment down below letting me know what you use. If you like this video, check some more out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.